don't need a return ticket where you're going. This is a one-way journey. Straight down!
To hell, the central base of GamesMaster's Little Fun Club. Upon joining, you too can get a shiny badge with bright colours, a hairy badge with moving eyes, and more fun than you ever had with Freddy Krueger. Tonight's show is a Sonic special, and tickling your laughter tonsils, we have our first challenge. So let's go over to GamesMaster.
My first challenge is on Sonic 3. I utilised the special features available on the Sonic & Knuckles cartridge, allowing players to compete as Knuckles. Our contestant's aim will be to finish the first level as fast as possible. Though the landscape will be well known, our players, used to Sonic's spin attack, will now have to familiarise themselves with Knuckles' lesser-known manoeuvre of drifting. Something I've never had a problem with.
Indulging in the first of our Hedgehog head-to-heads, we have Tom Stewart and Daniel Wareham. Welcome, Tom. And welcome, Daniel. Now, Tom, as many people know, I have a bit of a thing for wool and the cornucopia of variations you can get with this fine substance. Now, you've been kind enough to bring a little pattern book.
I have, yeah.
With you, would you like to select? What's your favourite pattern in there?
I'm quite keen on this one, Dominic.
Let's hold this one up here, okay. What does this one say?
It says, add a little floral decoration for a unique sweater.
Excellent, and as you can see, it's actually Carol Vorderman. Daniel, what about you then? What's your favourite pattern in this fine tome?
I'd say this one, Dominic, a colourful sweater that's in a class of its own.
Oh, yes, lovely. College Days, I think they call that one. Marvellous. Right, well, while Tom, Daniel and I got all yarned up, let's take a look at the latest news.
Keep carving out new horizons for ourselves.
Yes, it's him, that bloke who was in that film and hasn't watched since 1980-something. Star Wars, that was it, yes. The 75-year-old Mark Hamill is starring in Wing Commander 3, the latest CD-ROM game to have loads of movie bits, iffy acting and cringing dialogue.
Yeah, well, people were dying out there, you son of a bitch.
Well, I'm sure the game will be brilliant. And talking of that bloke, this is the latest Star Wars game, Dark Forces. Using a similar engine to Doom, people who get their rocks off to this stuff claim it's even better than Doom 2 released yesterday. In February, you can find it for yourself. Into London arcades last week marks the latest Sega experience, Desert Tank. It's the latest game to use Sega's spanky Model 2 graphics as seen in Daytona Racing. If it looks very butch, that's because some military bloke helped make it. Right, we're just about to play Sonic 3 with Knuckles. Helping me describe the action is the man who made bandanas fashionable for 1 week, Dave Perry. Dave, give our challengers some tips here.
Well, because we're playing it to the Sonic and Knuckles carts, what our challengers are going to find they can do with the Knuckles character is they can glide and they can scale walls. They don't have to worry about jumping over them. He's a little bit slower than Sonic, but he's got a lot more tricks up his sleeves.
Okay, thank you very much, Dave. Tom is going first. Whoever gets to it in the fastest time will get the joystick. Best of luck, Tom. Your time starts now. Okay, so warming up. The time at the corner of the screen. Rings are important, Dave.
They're not important. You're supposed to get to the end of the level as quickly as possible.
Okay,
so far he's not doing too bad, but that won't do him any good. Running into those sprints is going to send him backwards, and he's lost some very precious seconds. Now he's got caught up on the swing.
It's gone now.
Caught up on the swing. He's lost himself about 5 seconds.
He could have actually gone a little bit quicker, I have to say.
But you want to be on that ground, picking up speed.
At this point, what would you recommend to speed him up, Dave?
To speed him up, basically just jump over everything. Here comes the boss. As soon as the flames come up, that's going to be the end of his challenge.
Now this is going. Oh dear!
He's lost all his rings. He could die if he's not careful.
This is going to separate the men for the boys. That's it. The flames are coming up. 51 seconds for Tom. So Tom make way for Daniel. 51 seconds Tom got, Dave. What would you recommend to Daniel to get a quicker time than that?
Well, what Daniel's got to make sure he doesn't do is run into those springs because they push you backwards and they do cost you valuable seconds.
Okay, best of luck, Daniel. 51 seconds to beat. Your time starts now. So, after Daniel is Knuckles, what do you think about Knuckles' hair there, Dave?
When he first appeared in Sonic 3, it was certainly trickier than that.
Yeah, he's looking a bit lank.
He's combed it back. Yeah, he's using a bit of wax, I think.
All right, 15 seconds gone. Oh, there's those springs you were talking about.
He's lost a bit of time because he hit a baddie just now, and now he's run into a spring which has pushed him back, and already he's probably lost as much time as Tom.
I reckon they're pretty close. They're both as bad as each other, I think, so far, Dave.
I reckon. But of course, it's losing him time.
I really can't watch this thing.
Oh, now he's lost it completely. He hasn't made it up the incline. Got back on springs, a bit of propulsion.
Oh, dear. I'm off. I'm going. 48,
And now he can't get up the tube
50.
now either.
So Daniel stopped the game. Daniel's challenge is over. Tom is the winner. Well done, Tom. Bad luck, Daniel. Now, Tom, that wasn't the closest of challenges we've had there. Were you ever worried at any point?
I was worried up until the tree when he went wrong. He played very well.
I think you've been far too nice to Daniel, because I thought he was pants, actually. Daniel, we stopped your challenge after 51 seconds because we realised that unless you could travel back in time, there was no chance that you could win. Give me your excuse, and it better be good.
I don't really have an excuse. I just have to lay my head low for a while and just get back to that joypad.
All right, well, thank you very much, Daniel and Tom. Tonight's Golden Joystick winner is Tom. And let's have another round of applause for Tom and Daniel. Well, as Daniel trudges off, a sad, lonely figure, probably wishing he'd never applied in the first place, let's smile our way into reviews. First up, surprise, surprise, another blank cheque for Mr. Sega. But is Sonic Triple Trouble on the Game Gear worth your pennies?
It's the usual Sonic fare. Run around platforms, pick up rings, jump on springs and speed around with your red sneakers. It's great stuff.
Generally, I've never really liked Sonic games, you know, just too much tedious running to the left and right, picking up rings. But I found myself playing the Game Gear game for quite a while, actually, at least until the batteries run out. And you've got some great power-ups, you've got little jet boots and stuff. You even got a snowboard. Cool, Sonic.
It's easily the best platform game on the Game Gear, certainly. It's got incredible graphics. It's more of the same old Sonic story. This one looks pretty close to the Mega Drive original, and I can't recommend it highly enough.
From the maker of Cool Sport and Aladdin, is Earthworm Jim just another platform game or the platform game?
He's got guns, he's got like, a fierce display of firepower just in this one tiny little gun. He can swing across bridges, he can jump huge chasms. Basically, this guy can do just about anything.
It's got a very nice linear feel. You always know where you're going and you always know where you've got to get to. There's also bags of humour, lots of inventiveness, totally different perspectives, like the into the screen bit where you have to fly down tunnels picking things up.
There's so many puzzles you have to solve and so many different sub-games that you'll be playing this for weeks.
Finally, take a cute character, add some platforms and cook in sequel batter. But is Bubsy 2 a mouth-watering morsel or lean cuisine?
Bubsy as a character has certainly become more rounded. He's got a great line in patois and he's got some very funny wisecracks and ideas. But as a game, it's really not coming together. Half the time, you've got no idea where you're going.
You run from left to right, jumping over obstacles, leaping from platform to platform, often blindly, as you can't really tell where you're going. The game is, frankly, tedious, and it's certainly worse than its prequel.
Compared to the likes of Earthworm Jim, Bubsy 2 just doesn't stand up. Earthworm Jim's got a lot going for it, originality, whereas Bubsy's going over the same old stuff again. Maybe I'll be saying this about Earthworm Jim 2 when it comes out.
While tonight's special guests are being scrubbed and washed, ready to be brought to my abode, let's go over to GamesMaster and find out what they'll be playing.
Though I do like a bit of speed, tonight we shall have just that as we burn rubber and torch stars with the new Super Nintendo game, Street Racer. In this rough and tumble rolling rumble, player one will take the role of the unsavory Hodger, while our second, Race Ace, will play as Biff. Players should aim for the blue marks on the track, as crossing these will give them nitros which to boost their speed. The race is over 4 laps, and the golden joystick will be reserved for the player who comes first.
They used to be the two heartthrobs in Biker Grove. Now, of course, they're rap stroke, dance stroke, funk stroke, death metal crossover legends. Please welcome PJ and Duncan. How do we rumble, then?
Rumble?
Yeah.
You know it, Dominic.
No, I don't. Show me how to.
To the left, like that.
Because we're all ready to do it now. And that's it.
That's it, really.
We showed you in rehearsals. I mean, you paid us to show you in rehearsals.
He's much better than us on this, I tell you.
Because the single was a massive hit. I'll ask you, Duncan, the other members of Biker Grove, did they hate you all because of the success of the single?
Yeah, pretty much so.
Oh, yeah.
Did they? Yeah. Is that because they're just generally like losers? Yeah?
No comment.
Because that girl with the ginger hair, she really hates you.
Oh, yeah, she hates Declan. I tell you.
All right, while I continue to speak slowly for my little Geordie pals, we'll take a quick break. To the show, we're very lucky to have a special guest today, Tamla Motown stroke grunge crossover experts PJ and Duncan. They're about to play Street Racer. With me is Brad Burton, who'll be helping me describe the action. Brad, you know every single word to Let's Get Ready to Rumble, don't you?
Dominic, chill out, man. Chill out. Look, listen, your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, everyone's got to be an AK lover.
He does as well. All right, listen, Brad, can you give PJ and Duncan any tips on the game?
I certainly can. Use your special weapons, use your nitros when you're supposed to. Don't be wasting them. That's a crucial part of the game. That's it. Go for it, kids.
Thanks very much, Brad. Okay, best of luck, PJ and Duncan. Let's start the race.
Let's rumble.
PJ is Biff, the party bloke on the bottom of your screen. Duncan is Roger, the Indian-looking bloke with a hat on the top of your screen. We can see what position you're in. A little thing that says P6 is there for Duncan and P8 for PJ. Brad.
Check PJ out. He's there, Biff. He's got a big stick, right? And he's just purple. He can give anyone a good wallop and knock them out for 6. But the thing is, you've got to get close to him, really. He's miles away. If you're not close to Duncan, he's not going to hit him.
He certainly isn't. At the moment, we've got PJ in last place. Duncan is in second last place. But
what's this guy doing? Duncan is all over the place. Seriously, I think the guy's been drinking and driving.
And that was Duncan moving up there to try and tackle. Sorry, that was PJ trying to move up and tackle Duncan there, but it didn't quite work.
It looks to me like...
and he's overtaken him. He's overtaken him, though. PJ is in 7th place. Duncan is in last place now, Brad.
Bad call. Check it out.
Duncan's up to 6th. Last lap. We're on the last lap. Duncan is up to 6th place, so now PJ is still back in last place.
PJ, get a grip, man. You know what I mean? If the guy could drive as good as he can rap, you know the deal, anyway, Dom.
So Duncan is in 6th place, and PJ's moving up to 7th, though, now.
IC's called it a day now, Dominic. He's bought a boutique on car.
He's up to 5th now. He's up finishing 3rd. That was a brilliant finish there from Duncan, who finishes in 3rd, and in comes PJ in 7th. Neither of them are first, so nobody gets the joystick. Bad luck, PJ. Bad luck, Duncan. Now, PJ, you do know that's probably the easiest challenge that we've had in the whole series.
I'm just terrible at it, that's really it. If you had beat him or something like that, I'd be all right.
But we didn't.
No, you blatantly put a racing game on, didn't you, Dominic? You know I'm not very good.
Now, Duncan, you were 3rd.
Yeah.
Still rubbish.
Thanks.
But better than PJ.
Yeah, I'm only getting any good at racing games.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're only good at racing games.
Well, I'm only better at racing games.
You're only average at racing games.
Well, listen, thanks so much for joining us, but it was a pretty poor performance, which means that you have to go into the cage. Another round of applause for our special guests, PJ and Duncan.
Crikey, missus.
And there we have it. Living proof that celebrity status does not prevent you looking a bit iffy when your pants are on the line. However, we can eradicate those embarrassing moments in the consultation zone.
Welcome to my consultation zone, where once again I shall provide a lifeline to games players drowning in the sea of ignorance. Who's first at camera board?
GamesMaster. I've got Mega Man X, but it doesn't seem to have fireballs like Street Fighter 2 does.
Don't be so wet. Of course it does. Here's how to get them. After feverishly killing all the bosses and collecting every sub-tank, ignore your better judgment and enter the armored armadillo. While your energy is still strong, ride the minecart until it comes off the rails. Jump up and collect the pod you'll find there. Then throw yourself off the ledge. Do this 4 times, and upon collecting the pod for the final time, the bloody Dr. White will take pity on you and give you a special fireball power-up. How's that?
Well, thanks, GamesMaster.
Who else is adrift?
Oi, GamesMaster, I want a level select on Jungle Book for the Mega Drive. Will you give me what I need?
Oh dear, you are a sad fellow, aren't you? Pause the game and enter this melodious code. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. And lo and behold, you'll be granted access to all the wonderful secrets of the game. Frankly, I find this cheat barely necessary. Get it?
Cheers.
I spy another bedraggled games player in need of resuscitation. What's the problem?
GamesMaster, I really need your help. On Joe Manners football in 3DO, my quarterback keeps taking hits. Can you help me?
You're having trouble with those funny-shaped balls, are you? Here's what to do. When on the fence, call a pass play. A deep pass is better. After hiking the ball, run about 20 yards or so backwards and throw it to one of your deep receivers. They'll almost always catch it for a big yard and touchdown. Easy one, you know how.
Nice one, GamesMaster. You're terrific.
Well, that's enough charity work for the day. I'm afraid the rest of you will just have to sink or swim on your own.
Excuse me, please. Can I ask you a quick question?
About Sonic the Hedgehog. What's he on about? What's he doing?
And the sun is not there.
That was the only person in the world who doesn't know who Sonic is, or maybe she's forgotten because she's old. With the release next week of Sonic v Knuckles, even pensioners will have no excuse. Sonic's first appearance was in 1991 when Sega finally unleashed the character to rival Mario. Struggling manfully against the evil schemes of Dr. Robotnik and pursuing a strange obsession with rings to the delight of innuendo writers everywhere, the adorable tyke was an instant hit with 4 million copies sold. Sonic's next outing was in the obscurely titled Sonic 2. This time the cuddly cutie was accompanied by Tails, a lovable little fox that used his tail as a helicopter blade. The release of Sonic 2 was accompanied by the biggest publicity blitz ever seen in the video game world. There was even Sonic Birds.
We must have Sonic 3! We must have Sonic 3!
Yes, undeterred by the enormous profits generated so far, Sega courageously went ahead and released Sonic 3. With split-screen play, battery-safe options and masses of levels, Sonic 3 was widely regarded as the best Sonic title to date. Sonic 3 also saw the debut of Knuckles, the naughty little echidna who messed up Sonic's life.
Sega TV!
1993 also saw the release of Sonic Spinball, Sonic CD, Sonic the arcade game, and the most original release in terms of gameplay, Sonic 3-Minute Pasta. Which brings us 26 million cards and over £1 billion later to Sonic and Knuckles. Well, what's this one all about? Backward compatibility, which doesn't mean making friends with thick people. It means that when you plug in a Sonic 3 card, you can play that game as Knuckles. Or if you plug in Sonic 2, you can play that game as Knuckles as well. As well as breathing new life into the previous games, Sonic and Knuckles is a new Sonic adventure in its own right. You've got a new character who's got different moves to Sonic. You've got loads of new levels like this one, the Sand Dunes, and a new bonus level called Boing. And of course, Dr. Robotnik's back. Now after all that, everyone surely must know who Sonic is. Well, we asked Joan Collins for her opinion.
Do you know who Sonic the Hedgehog is? I beg your pardon? Sonic the Hedgehog. I haven't a clue.
Today's final challenge will feature Sonic's latest fluffingly, money-spinningly outing. Let's go over to GamesMaster to find out what it is.
What better way to end this Sonic Spectacular than with a challenge on the game at the heart of the commotion, Sonic and Knuckles. The challenge is to collect as many rings in 45 seconds as possible, playing either as Sonic or Knuckles. I'll leave it to our contestants to decide which prickly personality they prefer.
So please welcome for this final challenge, Sam Riley, Scott Naylor and Phil Duffy. Okay, Sam, let's start with you. Who's your most fanciable bloke in the world?
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain from the TV Superman. Have you ever noticed that when he's dressed up as Clark Kent and when he's dressed up as Superman, he actually looks identical? You don't think?
Yeah, good thing.
Scott, we've seen you on GamesMaster before. You beat the Scottish Nintendo champion. And you're an Ice-T fan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Ice-T.
Have you got a gang yourself?
No.
All right, and Phil, finally, who's your most fanciable female?
Lauren from Neighbours.
And we actually had Lauren on the show a couple of weeks ago, and she said she quite fancied you as well, which is completely bizarre. Okay, right there. So, Sam, you're going to go first if you'd like to take your place, and Phil and Scott just hang on behind. We'll go up to the commentary position. And sharing my monitor is GamesMaster's very own Andy Hutchison. Andy, were you in a gang when you were little?
Yeah, I was in the 1st Electra Scouts, and we used to terrorise the local neighbourhood by collecting newspapers from their doorsteps.
They were always the worst, those ones. Any tips on Sonic v Knuckles?
Well, run fast, collect rings, avoid bad things.
Very concise, Andy. OK, we're going to have Sam go first. Each contestant has 45 seconds in which to collect as many rings as they possibly can. Best of luck, Sam. Your 45 seconds begins now. OK, off goes Sonic. Oh, taking a bit of time to take those couple of rings there, and she missed one.
Right. You've got to watch out for those butterflies floating up in the air. They can really be...
Now, she stopped to get a spin start there, Andy.
That's right. Yeah, you can really loop that loop. It's gone up onto a special level.
Oh, dear. 15 seconds. Oh, but it's the whole of the rings there.
Get on invulnerability ring now.
25 seconds gone.
We've got 27 rings collected.
That's right. Up in the top left on the screen is the total of rings. Oh, there's a box. How many rings is that, Andy?
Watch out for those butterflies.
10 seconds left. 45 rings collected. This is a bit better now.
He's a real fun guy, bouncing off those toadstools.
Oh, they're horrible looking kind of set thing. 3, 2, 1. Out of time. Stop the game. Stop the challenge. Sam finished with 48 rings. Time for her to make way for Scott. Best of luck, Scott. Your 45 seconds begins now. He already hasn't missed one there.
He's got to implode off those fungi. He's really got to power up, zoom round that loop.
I've got a good feeling about Scott, actually.
He's gunning for it.
I think he's going to do the business. He's got 25 rings already. He's only got 15 seconds.
And invincibility. Very important, because those butterflies floating up there give you a lot of serious grief.
That's true, and of course, if you get hit, you lose your rings.
That's right.
He's got a 10 ring there. He's got a 41, and he's got about 17 seconds left.
Oh, he's 46. Gunning for it. He's really going. He's got to get some serious height on these toes.
He's only got 5 seconds left. He's still he's equal with Sam now. 3, 2, 1. Stop the challenge. 53 rings. Scott. Get Scott. Make way for Phil. Best of luck, Phil. Your 45 seconds begins now.
Right, they've got to really make use of these toadstools. What's the secret?
Again, carbon copy start, same as the previous two challenges. Up in the air, yeah. Nothing new here, Andy.
No, absolutely not. A bit of a copycat, but then they get the invincibility.
25 rings, you can see the number in the top left right corner.
Quite sick. Could have someone's eye out with those.
They certainly could, Andy. Oh dear, that's going to be something. Oh no, that's a problem now. 30 seconds gone. 30, 41 rings out. If it's very quick, 46 rings, he just needs 2 more. He's only got 8 seconds left. He's going to get all this club. He's done it. He's got 51 rings. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Out of time. Stop the challenge. 56 rings by the narrowest of margins. Phil is the winner. Bad luck, Sam. Bad luck, Scott. Well played, Phil. OK, now we'll start with you, Sam. I thought that was quite a good score. Where did you go wrong, do you think?
I think it was on the mushrooms.
Oh, you went along, because I reckon that's what slowed you down as well, Scott, yeah?
And pesky mushrooms got me as well.
I know, we've all had problems with mushrooms apart from you. Phil, no problem at all with the mushrooms?
A few of them did get me.
Well, I've got good and bad news for you, actually, Phil. The good news is, of course, that you won the challenge. The bad news is, you know, I said that Lauren actually fancied you. I actually got it wrong. It was actually me that she fancied. So I'm really sorry about that, Phil. But you can console yourself with the fact that you have won the GamesMaster's Golden Joystick. Another round of applause for Phil, Scott and Sam. Well, that's it for another show. I'm off to make you burp just when you get to snog that girl from accounts. See you later. Bye-bye.